Sawate Skipperly, Sawate Omnes, welcome again. We're going to be diving into another word here. So stick with me as I plug myself really quickly. I want to shout out a recent contribution from, I believe it was, give me 1 second. Sorry, I can't stop the video and then open up and check. I'm going to put the name, shout her out. Thank you so much for the recent Ko-Fi contribution. That being said, I'll say your name next time around. I apologize. My bad. Um, and also, if you're seeing this video, comment below. That being said, you can non-monetarily help me out, rating me wherever you can. And with that being said, Latin in Layman's is my podcast, A Rhetoric Revolution. Just go give it some 5 starage. That being said, if I deserve it, maybe I don't. I don't know. But let's go ahead and do a short form of what I do on a longer form with my podcast. Thesis here. Thesis is in the Greek referring to to put, place, or position. So, really, what is a thesis? Well, when you think about a thesis, it's a position or a statement of an argument, a position, right? Because when you have a thesis, which is also where you get a hypothesis, a hypo being, and then we'll go back to synthetic here, being below or underneath. It's a below or an under position or an under of the argument. And what is that really referring to exactly? Actually, well, it refers to the scientific theory, right? What I love about science, coming from the Latin "scio," which means to know, is that it is humble in its endeavors, and that hypotheses need to be tested and retested over time until they actually can get implemented into theory and then into law. So that's what we use. We rely on the scientific method because it's not a position that we can actually firmly grasp and hold yet. It's just a thought, it's a consideration. And then you got to test it in real time, in real life, in order to see if it stands the test of time and or the iteration upon iteration of that experiment or something like that that you're trying to do. However, this is where we get a word that means really to put together. What is synthetic? Anything that's put together chemically, right? Because things that are synthetic are man-made, right? They are taking all these chemicals and they are combining them and putting them in together to make a synthesis. Putting together. When something is synthetic, it is synthesis. And what does synthesis refer to? That very same thing. So if you didn't know, now you know. Comment some theses down below if you have any.